what we do here is go back.
Hello and welcome back to Living Life with Tina McClary. We are here because we are about to cook a fantastic Sunday dinner. We are having perlo rice. If you all don't know what that is, it's chicken and rice with sausage and some smoked meat added. We're cooking mixed greens, which consist of collard greens and kale greens. And we're going to have onions and peppers in there. We're going to have a little smoked meat. Like, I love smoked jowls, so I'll have that in there as well. We're going to have some yams, Boston butt roast, barbecue chicken in the oven, cornbread, mac and cheese, and banana pudding. So, let's get started. I'm going to start off with my collards. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to put in my smoked meat. Okay. And while that's cooking, I will be adding in peppers and onions as well. So that it can cook and give off flavor to the smoked meat as well. So, to this bowl, we have shallots, we have one yellow onion, red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, and green bell pepper. So we're going to dump it in here like so, all of it. Okay. And we are also going to give that a stir as well. A little later on in the video, you'll see me add jalapenos. And jalapenos gives it a great flavor as well. You guys say hi to my sous chef, Mohiro.
It is everywhere.
Alright, so we're going to keep stirring. Okay. And you guys will love to add seasoning to my peppers, my onions, and my smoked meat that's in my pot. I'm going to start off with pepper first. Okay. And a little bit of salt. Just to season the peppers and onions. Okay, so to my left here, I have my kale greens and my collards. And I'm going to add it to this hot oil and veggie mixture, handfuls at a time. Okay. Now this is how I cook my greens. If you choose to follow me, go ahead. If you cook your greens different, let me know how you cook them. Alright, I'm going to stir that down. Let those cook down and shrink. Pretty colors, aren't they? Okay. Okay, so they cook down pretty quickly. Alright. So I'm going to add more by the handful. I'm going to let these cook down as well. Alright, while that cooks down for a few, let's get started on our yams. Can my sous chef give me my vegetable oil, please? All right. So we're gonna go ahead and preheat our stove eye. Into our eye, we have our frying pan on it, so we're gonna add some oil. That's enough. Okay. Give me that back. Alright, so the oil here is for the sweet potatoes because we're making yams. Okay. And we're going to season our yams using vanilla flavor, allspice, pie spice, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Oh, we're also going to use some pumpkin pie spice to give it that, it's almost like a sweet, savory taste. And it also smells like Thanksgiving food as well. So I'm going to turn that up just a little bit more. Alright, so while that's heating, I'm going to go work on something else and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, and now I am going to add my sweet potatoes to my oil. Be careful not to get burned. Okay, so after I add my sweet potatoes to my pan, I am going to give it a stir, only so I can flip the ones that's down in the pan. Okay, here comes the fun part. To this pan, I will be adding sugar and lots of it. All right, so that makes our syrup to go on our yams. I'll be adding nutmeg. Okay. I'll be adding a little allspice. I'll be adding apple pie spice. And I'm very generous when it comes to apple pie spice. I'll be using pumpkin pie spice. Okay. Now for the cinnamon. And you guys, I love cinnamon. Actually, this is cinnamon sugar. Okay. Some vanilla flavor. And 1.5 sticks of butter. Some people use Karo syrup, but I try not to use Karo. Okay, so now we're going to turn that on down almost to low, but not all the way. We're going to cover it. I know it's not going to fit all the way until it cooks down a little. And we're going to let that cook and then come back. Alright guys, so we're back. Now I'm going to go back into my pot with my collards, and I'm going to add my smoked turkey to it. Okay. Alright, here's our smoked turkey. And the turkey meat came from 2 turkey drumsticks. Alright, now that that's empty, I am going to go ahead and stir my greens with my smoked meat inside of it. Gotta get something to hold the pot handle, it's really hot. And there's one more item that I forgot to add to my pot, and that's apple cider vinegar. So I'm going to go and get that and add to my pot for extra flavor. I'm going to use all of this in this bottle. Okay. Alright, so I will be seasoning my pot now, and if it needs more seasoning later, I will add it as needed. This is Bayou seasoning. Okay. Going in with garlic powder. I'm going in with onion powder. Going in with one of my favorites, and that's seasonal. Okay. And black pepper. I'm also going in with sugar, not a whole lot because I do not like sweet collards or any kind of greens. And I'm going to give that a stir. I'm going to take my spoon and make it flat. Mash it down in there. Alright, so we're going to let that cook for a while. And we're going to move on to our mac and cheese. Okay. Alright. Let me go and get the mac and cheese right quick. Can I get a crate of eggs, please? I'm talking to my husband in the background. Alright, so my noodles have already been boiled. The only thing I need to add now is my cheese, my eggs, and my milk. Alright, so I got my macaroni in the bowl. So now I'm going in with my eggs, my milk. I have my milk set aside in a cup, you guys. And several different kinds of cheese. Okay, so today I'll be using the Fiesta blend. Okay. I'll be using Italian cheese. I'll be using some mild cheddar. And last but not least, extra sharp cheddar. So let's get to mixing. Alright, so we're gonna go in with our extra sharp cheddar. And I'm gonna use that whole bag. Alright. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of our Italian style. Let's say half the bag first. Okay. I'm gonna give that a stir. I'll be adding some milk to loosen it up a little bit. Okay. And you guys, my eggs and my milk is at room temperature, as well as my cheese. It all makes it easy to work with. And I'm just being messy. Okay. Gotta go in with some mild cheddar. Now I'm gonna go back in with more Italian. I'll go back in and stir. More milk. And you guys, sorry for hitting the bowl. I'm just trying to get all the extra cheese off the spoon. Alright, so what I'm going to do is grab some more milk. And I'm going to whisk 7 eggs. Okay, my husband's going to pour my milk right quick. Alright. So my eggs and my milk, they're being mixed together so that I can put at least a spoonful of my warm mac and cheese in here inside my bowl to bring the eggs up to the same temperature as the macaroni and cheese. Because you don't want to put your egg yolks in there, then they'll be fried. And you don't have fried eggs in your macaroni and cheese. So once you add that spoonful of your hot macaroni, you're going to stir until the macaroni warms up the eggs and the milk. Okay, so that'll do it. I'm going to go ahead and pour that mixture into my mac and cheese. Okay, I'm going to give that a stir. guys, this is going to be so cheesy and it's going to be good. I can't wait until my family tastes this. Okay, so I'm going to add some black pepper to my mixture because I love pepper in my food. I'm going to shake some seasoning all in here. Not much because I have extra sharp cheddar in there. Okay. Move that cup out the way. Now I'm going to add a little garlic powder and a little onion powder. Alright. I'm going to give that a good stir again to mix up all of our seasonings and the mac and cheese. I may go back in with a little bit more pepper. We'll see. Alright, so I'm going to get my pan ready so I can layer it in my macaroni. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stick this over my eye right here. And I'm going to bring in this pan. Into this pan, I am going to pour okay, half of that in there. I'm going to hand that off to my husband so he can put that away for me. I'm going to smooth that down in the pan. Okay. And now I am going to add in our Fiesta cheese in the middle. Just to cover our first layer of mac in the pan. Okay. Now I'm going to add another layer. Ooh, I am making a mess. Whenever you pour it in, it doesn't go all over the pan like you would like. Alright, again, what Fiesta cheese? This is going to be some yummy cheesy goodness right here. Okay, and for our last layer. Alright, I'm going to hand that off. And then I'm going to spread out my mac and cheese here. Make sure you get some in each corner. Okay. And you guys, I usually sit this pan, my macaroni pan, inside of another baking sheet so that the cheese, oils from the cheese won't go onto my eye in the bottom of, or element in the bottom of my stove. Okay, so I'm going back on with mild cheddar. Okay. Going back through with some Italian cheese. Man, I can't wait. I'm mixing all this stuff up and I'm hungry. And last but not least, a handful of Fiesta. And I'm going to get me a sheet pan and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back and I have washed, cleaned, and seasoned our meats. My husband, he's basically cooking the meats for me, I should say. So he has a Boston butt roast there that he's washed, cleaned, and seasoned. we have some chicken here that we have washed, cleaned, and seasoned as well. And both of them have onions on it, but the chicken has onion and pepper on it. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and pop these in the oven and we'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. Now we're getting started on our perla rice, which to some of you is known as a chicken ball, but I'm going to go ahead and get started with that right now. So to my pot, I have chicken broth, and I'm going to add some water. Okay, and this is 2 liters of water. I'm going to add that to my chicken broth. Might need a little bit more. Alright, so this is some stewed chicken that I cooked and froze. So I'm going to add that to my chicken broth and water as well. Okay. Alright, to that I am going to add 1.5 whole onion. The entire thing. Okay. This is lumberjack sausage. So I have 4 lumberjack sausage that I'm going to be adding in as well. Okay. And this is a mixture of smoked pigtails and smoked neck bones. I'm going to add all of that as well. Okay. Gonna add just a little bit more water, not the entire pitcher of water. Alright, so I'm gonna stop there. Alright, to my water, I'm gonna grab a large spoon so I can stir. Okay, you're gonna see my water turn brown, and that's because of the stewed chicken that I put in here. Okay, and you can see the chicken is tender enough to come off the bones as well as the smoked pieces. Okay. To my water, I am going to add garlic powder. We use a lot of garlic powder, a lot of onion powder here. I'm going to use onion powder. Okay. I'm going to use seasoned oil. I'm going to open that piece. We're putting in a good bit of rice, so I have to put in a good bit of seasonings. Okay. I'm going to add salt as well, but not a whole lot. I've already added my chicken broth. That's in the bottom of our pot. I'm going to add some kitchen bouquet browning and seasoning sauce. That's going to give it a dark brown look. I may add just a little bit more. Okay. And for a surprise guest in the pot, it's going to be Old Bay seasoning. Okay. We're going to bring this to a boil and we'll be right back. Alright, so now that my pot has already come to a boil, I'm now going to add my rice. And this is parboiled rice. You guys, this is a huge pot of rice. Okay. That's enough. So what I'm going to do is stick my spoon down into it. If it stands stiff, that's how you know you have enough rice. Okay? So I'm going to give that a good stir. And if you see chicken legs float up to the top, you can take your spoon and take the meat off of it. guys. You have my dog. That's my dog. You haven't met her yet. Her name is Princess. Alright, we got that stirred in. So now we're going to add some salt so that we can season our rice a little bit more, because your rice has no seasoning. Okay, that's what all the salt I'm going to use. I'm going to give this bad boy one last stir. Hey look, a pigtail. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to give this one last stir, put the lid back on, and wait until it cooks. Okay? Alright. Alright guys, so welcome back. We have here our final product. We have our pot of collards and kale greens. We have our yams. We have a pot of perlo rice, also known as chicken ball to some. We have a pan of banana pudding, some corn muffins, baked barbecue chicken. We have a Boston butt roast, as well as a pan of mac and cheese. So, if you like what you've seen here, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell. So, we thank you for watching, and please come on over and join Team McClary. Bye!